Welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our weekly, scrap that, we should say our monthly series of the off-season. And let's just say we've had a lovely rest, but it's full steam ahead from here on in. And gentlemen, a few interesting topics to talk about. I'm looking forward to this episode today,
be good.
actually.
Should be
interesting.
First of all, there's 24 days left for round one. It's an early start because of round
one week
zero.
early, yep.
But
When's it, and what, a week and a half before
March the
the
7th.
official whatever the
Yeah,
practice match. I know
yeah.
that don't count, but it's footy.
But my question is, I think February is a dead month.
It is, isn't it?
I don't.
a
I
lot
think
happening.
the
So
AFL
December,
could.
January.
No, well, that's
No, well,
pre-season.
That's
True.
Yeah.
But I reckon February they should be
Ready
moving
to
on
go.
and getting competitive with all the other
Totally
sports,
agree.
and everyone wants to talk about extra rounds in their season.
I agree.
Why not, mate?
Why can't we start? Why can't we have round one, second week of Feb?
Because,
Like
again,
now, pretty
last
much.
weekend.
Or last week, yeah.
again, the AFL's 50 years behind. We're primitive. This
They are.
code's primitive.
Hang on.
They are.
Fair enough, but let's be honest here. I blame him and I don't, because you're a lot of sooking players, and you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know.
Oh, I want 17 rounds, but I want $50 million still in my bank account.
Yeah,
well,
but they play more
Yeah.
games. They get more money. That's
Grant,
obvious.
that's what I'm saying.
They don't
Yeah.
have to play.
But I'm
17.
agreeing.
But this
Yeah,
is
they-
the thing. These
they
players
don't
that
have
don't
to
want to
play.
play 26 rounds, you don't have
Manage
to
them.
play 26 rounds,
management
mate.
have, you know what? How many on the bench now? 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Have
Four
6 on
and
the
a sub,
bench.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Have
it's
6 on the bench.
You could easily
a
start.
couple more on the list or
Yeah,
something.
whatever.
You could easily start round
easy.
one last weekend. You can get your 3 weeks of February, and you can do it a couple of ways. You could do 3 straight weekends and have what I was thinking, and you can do this at the start. There's no reason why, like in COVID, we played, X
every
amount of
day.
games.
Every
Yeah.
day.
I know.
So why can't in the month of Feb
No, we
start
can.
second week of Feb? You got 22 days left in Feb, and you play the 27 games, which is 3 rounds, 9 times
Yeah,
3,
yep.
in 22 days. That means each team can play 4 rounds
Yep.
in 20 odd days. You could play.
I
You
agree
could
with you.
squeeze in 4 rounds.
Mate, in
Sorry, I
that
said
time-
9 round. 9 times 4.
Yeah.
Is 36. So
I agree.
you could easily do it in 23 days. Play
I've
4
been harping
games
on
of
this.
football.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, it's
Now my
no
theory
brainer.
is, and people go, oh,
Okay,
you
so
know,
more on the bench, like you said, a few more on the list.
well,
Yep.
you could have more on the bench for the month of Feb, just for Feb. You could have 17. I know you're gonna 17-minute quarters just for the first month.
No.
All right. Okay. No, that's fine. It's just a suggestion.
No, that I'm not copping that.
And you can easily do in 23 days. Each team has a 5-day break. So day 1 is your first round. 5 days later on day 6 is your second round.
Yeah, that's good.
5 days later on day 11 is
yeah,
your third
yeah.
round. Then each team has 10 days between the 11th day and the 22nd where the AFL can work out, all right, let's give them an 8-day break. Let's give them a 9. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and it'll work
And
fair.
there's your
It'll be
4.
as fair as possible. it can
Yeah,
be.
and there's your 4. Or you could do 3 straight weeks in Feb, and then in March have your extravaganza. Gives players a chance to roll.
Extravaganza.
Gives players a chance to roll in to March.
I agree.
And then at the end of March, you've had 7 or 8 rounds. That's where your buys start because it's been a hectic first
few
8 weeks.
Yeah, first 2 months.
If you want.
Now,
Yeah.
people are going to say, "Oh, February, it's too hot." Well,
Most of the games are played
we'll
twilight
play it
at night.
Yeah, you can play 2 games a night at night, twilight. You got Foxtel, Fox Footy
Do
channels.
they train during the day
That's-
when it's 40
yep.
degrees?
Correct. I know
And-
the intensity's not the same.
Then
Oh, it's pretty high up there these days,
It
training.
is, but not like a game.
Did the A-League and cricket have summer series?
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
What, they can play in the heat, but these
Yep.
athletes are probably even fitter, can't?
Oh, they're
and
the fittest,
that's
mate.
right.
Yeah, it's
And then
ridiculous.
people will say, "Oh, well, look, midweek football, blah 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 blah." Well, it's okay for tennis to play
Yeah.
a midweek
Every
tournament
night,
and
mate.
every night, and they flock to it.
flock. Sold
They
out
flock
every
to
day.
it. Cricket's played on,
2020s every single day
That's
during
right.
summer, and people watch it or,
and of course
go
the
to it.
other hurdle would be cricket venues. I get that in February.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Could be
get
an
that.
issue.
No. There's
But
no
in
hurdles.
the issue, no, in the issue, I know what you're going to say. Go.
There's zero hurdles. The AFL own
Yeah.
Marvel Stadium.
That's right. Yeah.
There's 7 days in the week, all right? You can play a game every night there if you need to. You want to talk about extravaganza? What do they do? The gather round? Mate, do the first
That's
3
right.
weeks in Melbourne and play every night there.
Look, it can
That's
be done.
Of
course it can be done.
So
Anything
that
can
would
be done.
and that would lead to my final. That would give 26 rounds of football, and obviously 4-week final series, so you get 30 weeks of footy. And with the 26 rounds, it means you'll play each team once and you'll play half the competition twice.
That's fair. That's okay. I'm happy with that.
And then the next year you play the other half.
Well, you could do
and
that
within
too.
2 years you play everyone twice.
And that's fair. Happy with that. I'm
Win-win for 100%.
And
with
then
that.
for those who really want to go, and I haven't done research, you could roll into October. Don't tell me the AFL can't go into mid-October.
Yeah.
They can totally wherever they want, mate. It's their competition.
I mean, I get
But
you've
what he
got
said at the
races
start,
and stuff like that.
I
but
agree.
50 years behind we are.
Yeah.
behind. Just don't want to. They're scared, afraid to take that change.
Change,
You know what it is too.
Yeah.
Afraid. Again, I'm going to say and I'll stick to this. A lot of players will get their backs up. I'm telling you now.
Their
So-
backs up for...
Oh, we can play extra games and this.
Okay.
You know,
Well, you
and
don't
like I
play.
said, on that theory, you'd
Sport's not
throw
for
in,
you, mate.
you'd throw in
It's
your
not.
split buys during the course of the season. You'd do all that jargon. You'd have your buys and
If
all
you got
that.
more on the list and you got more on the bench and whatever, it helps.
So,
That's right.
so players in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, when they
Have a
went to
smoke
work
at
during the
half-time.
day,
Have a smoke at
Yeah.
half time.
yeah, that's irrelevant. But when they went to work during the day and then went to training
know,
and
I
then
know.
play on the weekend, that was
I agree.
wasn't hard.
But
for
in,
them.
that's right. In
They still
those
played
days-
22 games.
And they played the Escort Cup
during
like
the
midweek.
mate, don't give me this rubbish. Look,
It's just-
the
yeah.
players are very well looked after, and so they should.
And
be this
today,
year.
with technology and,
It's ridiculous.
this
Sports
amount,
science.
like you said, but also saying, this amount of time on the ground. What's it called? The rotations.
well-
like he's played his 8 minutes or however it works.
You're spot
I don't know.
on. This is something else in my ideology.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. Maybe in the month of Feb, lift the rotations from 75
okay.
to
If
90
harder. Yeah,
for
no
that
problem.
first
That's
month.
fair. That's fine.
And then
So-
put it back. We can change
So in
things.
a nutshell, it can be done. So why aren't we
On
doing
my
it?
theory, I reckon we can do it.
No problem. I agree totally.
Are you listening, AFL?
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah.
They're not, but anyway.
Next subject. I want to talk about the grand final and the venue. There's been a little bit of murmuring again this week and last week about where should the grand final be played.
Yep.
Where,
you hand that over
where
to me.
should the grand final be played?
Oh, for me, I know he's going to argue, but yeah. Go on.
Go on. Where should
No,
it be
take-
played?
MCG, mate.
Can I ask why?
Every day of the year, every year of the year.
Every
Every
day
year
of
of
the
the
year. 365
Every
day
year of
grand
the
final.
year.
So why though?
Because I got a contract.
So,
Okay. So rip up the contract. Give me a good reason why it should be
Because it's
played.
the greatest stadium in
right.
Australia.
Okay.
And
So-
nothing beats the atmosphere. You can't fit
Hold on.
100,000 at, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Subiaco.
You know the 100,000? It's irrelevant
we-
these days.
you want to play in front of 100,000 people, don't you?
On the grand final.
So the other 100,000 that can't get tickets, what do? They watch it on TV. It's irrelevant.
That's never ending.
Hang on.
You can
hang
have a 500,000 stadium,
That's right.
and there'll be
That's right.
500,000 that'll cry.
So it's irrelevant the size of the stadium.
That's a
right?
fair point.
Okay, so if Perth say to the AFL, we'll give you $100 million every 5 years, have it in Perth, right? Because I thought it was pretty good over there. The
No, it
stadium.
was, it was an asterisk because it was COVID.
yeah, I
Did you
found
watch it? Was it a good game?
course I
It
did.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, but did you find that atmosphere
feel-
was? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I agree with him.
Yeah, but you got to get over it.
Well, that's
If
another
Perth-
story.
If Perth said to the AFL, we'll give you $100 million to have a grand final there, the AFL would be stupid to say
Oh,
no,
that's,
right?
that's a different.
Let's be
that's
honest,
another
right? 'Cause
argument, isn't it?
Because it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, that's
You're-
about money. We're
he's
talking money
You're talking
now.
about the football
Yeah.
side of it. He's talking about the money side, which I can understand.
Yeah, but money takes precedence. Make no mistakes about that.
It does.
100%
It
money
does.
takes precedence.
Well,
You're
then the
looking
AFL
at it-
should trump
you're-
everyone every time then.
Well, then you're looking at it.
Or MCG.
No, they won't though. They
You're-
wouldn't do that.
But you're talking about money, right? I'm talking about.
I'm just talking.
Should the grand final be, okay, I'll give you a couple of options. Should it be rotated?
Yes, I do think it should be. However,
Right, that's-
however,
Or should it go to the team that ends up
no,
first?
no. It should, I think the
You're
only
going
two.
to have it at Princess Park.
No,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, this is my point. There's only two stadiums that can have it now: MCG and Optus Stadium, right? Because MCG is an optimal stadium, and so's
What
Optus
does
Stadium.
Optus Stadium hold?
About 60,
60,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
But it's a brand new stadium, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is where you say to the other governments, Adelaide, mate, make it 75,000 at Adelaide Oval and fix it, right? Okay, right. This Tasmanian stadium, make it 60,000 and make it a state-of-the-art stadium so we can get more money
Well, there's
and show it around the world, right?
And there's another subject because the politicians are getting involved.
Exactly, which is ridiculous.
Get the thing built. But that's, yeah, I get
But
what you
anyway,
mean.
Yeah, but my point is like throw a carrot to these, like Brisbane. If they're going to knock down the Gabba,
Nah, it's over.
Okay.
Yeah, it fell over. Not,
Is
not the stadium.
So the government is they're not doing that.
The deal
They
looks
don't
like
wanna
it's
do it.
fallen over, yeah.
Why?
The government getting
It's government, and it's money, and it's time, and it's...
But see my point. So if you say to Brisbane in 10 years' time, hey, every 5 years you can bid for a grand final, right? Like the NFL do, and it is the biggest thing on the planet. The
We'll
Super
talk
Bowl.
about the Super Bowl and the NFL, and yeah, they rotate it.
Whether you like it or not,
Okay.
it is the biggest thing on the planet.
How's it
right?
rotated at Super Bowl level?
Oh, just every
NFL
year. Like
level?
they bid
Money,
for
it's
it.
like Olympics.
Correct. So Las Vegas, it was incredible that they had it there. They don't even have a team there, and they had it there, right?
Yeah, and that's original to the NFL and to that
Yeah, but that's
concept
okay,
from
but-
60 years ago. They always rotated it.
No,
we
they
never
started
have.
rotating it just recently, like last 20 years or so, right?
All right.
But again, we're 50 years behind. It should be an option. However, we need the grounds to...
That's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but the grounds they are today, I'm sorry, you can't take it away from the G to go besides Perth.
Oh, Optus is the only
besides
other one.
Perth,
Yeah, yeah.
the other stadiums are laughable.
They are. They're-
Imagine go the grand finals at Adelaide Oval.
Imagine it's a
You-
spotless
are you-
stadium
you
for
taking the-
GWS.
You're taking the P out of me. or
But
what?
this is my point. You go to the governments of that state...
Oh, that's a different ball
right,
game.
and say, build your stadium,
different
Yeah, well,
right,
that's money
we'll
and-
bring you $250 million through grand final week, right? So, yeah, the stadium will cost you $1 billion, but we'll make you that money back in 10 years, right?
But yeah, I just look at it's tradition. Like, you don't move Wimbledon and you don't move the
that's
Melbourne
a good
Cup
point.
from Flemington.
Yeah, but do Wimbledon have other tennis tournaments? Yes, they do.
They do, but Wimbledon
But they
final is
Australian
at
Open.
Wimbledon.
Yeah, but still Grand
Wimbledon's
Slam.
the kingpin.
There's
You can't
four-
play the Australian Open down at,
They play the
Burwood
Kooyong.
tennis courts.
They play the Kooyong. They moved it.
They did. They
built
moved it 'cause they built a biggest-
a better stadium.
But I get that.
But wait,
So-
it's in the same state.
I get that. But you don't move showpieces.
It's in the same state, though.
Yeah, but they're
Well,
not
that
going to
too.
build 4 MCGs,
But
are they?
No, they're not. But you don't move showpieces
Yeah, but I'm not
either.
saying don't have it at the MCG. That's one of the 5 years. You have it there, but
So
bid
you're
for the
willing
other
to,
states.
like,
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
were talking
I don't
tennis
care.
and we'd move Wimbledon and,
There was
like I
six-
said before, like,
16,000 Carlton supporters went to Brisbane to watch a final last year. You're not going to get that many tickets anyway for a grand final.
No,
so
I
you
know
can still
that.
go, you can go into states.
but I'm
It's not
talking
the end
about
of
the
world.
tradition and the actual MCG owning the grand final.
The
And this
atmosphere.
competition owns this grand final at that
atmosphere
ground.
on the grand final day. Half of them are corporates. It's rubbish.
You know,
It's
you know
irrelevant.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. And you know what
I
I'm
just
saying
think we
too.
need to take a step
No,
forward.
yeah, I know what you mean. And
It should be an
valid,
option.
Valid points, but for me,
Okay.
that's a valid point. I'm not saying it isn't, but
That's fine. I
G for
like
me.
progression. I don't
Yeah.
like in 18 years' time, oh, geez, we should have done that. Do it now. Fix it. Do something. And that's,
It's
you know, the
interesting.
AFL
Yeah, it's gotta stay. I
behind.
like it.
We need to be progressive, though. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
what about, and then
with the sport.
we
Go.
do.
Yeah. What are you going to say?
I was going to change the
Super Bowl.
subject a bit about day and
You gotta
night grand
mention-
final, but talking about the Super Bowl, and we'll get onto the Super Bowl because it's been shoved down our throats because experts on
Well, we watched it,
Melbourne-
me.
Can I just
Radio.
I just want to say one thing. Super Bowl. I'm not
What's
bagging
the-
it. Biggest event, but great,
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic, squillion people.
$7
watch it.
million for 30
Yeah,
second
I got,
age.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Massive.
Incredible.
It is.
I got no interest in it personally, but
Yeah.
I'm not bagging it.
Yeah.
But are you serious?
On
Nick,
what?
Nick Revolt.
Oh, yeah. That,
No.
That was a blunder by ESPN. wasn't it?
How embarrassing! I was embarrassed
Are
for
you
him.
serious? Oh, we've got an expert here. Nick Revolt's going to talk about it. Are you
Did they
serious?
call him an expert?
Yeah,
So,
Oh, I don't know. But
I've said this to you.
I sent
off-
you a picture about
Yeah,
when
I
I was
remember that.
watching
I
it.
said this to you. I don't know if you read it, but so is David King going to what I told you?
Yeah.
He's going to, everyone, David King's going to Indonesia for the badminton championships.
I was in Indonesia. Oh,
So he's an expert. He's
I'm
an
gonna go
expert.
to that.
Just to let you know, he's an expert on shuttlecocks. So he's going
The
to
velocity of the wind
He's
going
going to
through
be, he's
the
going to be
shuttle.
talking about what shuttlecocks are best. Give me a spell, will you?
It was bad. It was embarrassing. Nick Revold
Are they serious?
trying to tell me, and I was watching it, and
Angelo.
because I like to. I don't know all the game
I'm not finished.
the way it goes.
he's
You're
not.
not
Give him
Whoa.
the stage.
He couldn't even get a gig on grand final day in this country.
But he does live over there now. So
I don't care if he lives in Timbuktu. Disaster.
So what are they
Embarrassing.
playing Timbuktu? He could have done the Timbuktu.
Where is Timbuktu?
Lawn
Is it
bowling.
Australia?
Isn't it Africa? Somewhere.
I
All I know it's real.
It's desert.
It's
It
a
is.
real place.
Yeah, it's in the desert
It
somewhere.
is in
I don't know
Africa.
about that.
It is, 100%.
So Tom Brady, he'll come on grand final day and
Oh,
do
really?
special comments for
No,
AFL then.
he's doing round one. He's actually
Or Joe
coming for round
Montana.
one.
Joe Montana.
Come on.
Wasn't he in the Brady bunch?
Joe Montana.
Was it Joe
Played for the
Montana?
49ers
Who
and
was
a
in
few
the-
others.
who was in the
Yeah,
Brady bunch?
yeah, well.
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath.
Joe Namath.
No, Joe Namath was on The Simpsons.
No, and he was on Brady
Later,
Bunch.
He was on the Brady bunch too, Joe
And
Namath.
Marsha had a crush on him.
Wow.
Well,
Anyway,
the Jim
on-
Carrey
in the
movie
comments-
had
in the
what was his
comments-
name?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura.
Oh yeah, yep.
In the comments, please, if anyone's got any comments about Nick Rewalt, the opinion on that, please.
If
let
you
us
saw
know.
it to
Yeah.
start with, yeah.
And what did we think about the Super Bowl
I thought it
generally?
was great. It was a
No,
good game. Went to overtime.
I was
That's
working.
awesome.
I was working, but again, the spectacle's incredible. I'm not talking about the actual bowl. I'm talking about the embarrassment of that.
Yeah,
of Nick
I know.
Rewalt.
Yeah, but-
Come on, mate.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about because he's an AFL figure.
Yeah,
So
true.
just send AFL figures to different. Like I said, David King. We'll send.
He must have a good manager.
We'll
It's a
send-
fair gig.
We'll send Gerard Whaley to the chess championships. Although he probably knows.
Yeah,
He probably
knows.
well, there's another one. He went down there and
Yeah, but he's
commentated
been
the
doing
game
it for a
back
few
into
years,
us.
though.
They would have lost a few on
Come
that day.
on.
People wouldn't have.
Ben Graham was commentating like he's played the
Yeah, but
game.
he's played
true.
the game.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah,
I've got no
true.
problem with that.
Nah, fair enough.
Here's a question without notice, and you guys don't
Yeah.
even know
Go on.
what I'm going to
Yeah.
throw at you
No,
because we
I've got
didn't
no
even
idea.
speak about this
Yeah.
in the pre. But it's a question without notice.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest name this week on everyone's lips is
Mm.
Taylor Swift.
Please.
I knew he'd do that. It's massive.
It's huge.
She's massive.
I'm telling
She's
you right
enormous.
now. I saw the paper today, and Nilly brought up my breakfast, which was about 7 hours ago. Are you serious?
What?
Pink paper, front,
paper.
back, middle, big poster.
But then I made
When
him.
did Jesus rise from the dead? Someone please tell me.
But then I
She's
made.
huge.
But then I made him aware that no one buys the paper anymore.
Except idiots like me.
Yeah, right. And he said that, and I said they'll probably sell 100,000 copies because
Probably.
of it. So it's good.
It's
Like,
massive.
Good.
If that ground has one bit of grass that's not right, I'm going to lose my mind on round when they
Why?
first play. They're gonna
It took-
three gigs there.
It's not her
Yeah,
fault.
7 days to set up, and they reckon 2 days to get out. They said.
And it'll be broken for 3 months, as it always
A
is.
disgrace. A disgrace.
So no, not a fan of Taylor
fan?
Swift.
What's a disgrace of?
I wouldn't even know one song. She fell out of my cornflakes
But
packet.
you're the music buff.
That's
music
something-
t-shirts
that's
every
gonna-
week.
That's going to start round one. That's going to start.
Well, you got a Led Zeppelin one on today.
Oh yes, one of the all-time greats.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, what about her?
Get out.
Good. Can I speak? Yes, me.
The Veto Show.
Yeah. No, she's all right. She doesn't.
But just how big she is.
Oh,
Like,
massive! It's insane how much press and everything she's getting.
Bigger than
even on the
anything-
Super Bowl. She was on the
Yeah. Well, obviously her boyfriend.
I'll just say,
Yeah.
if music's coming to this, that's why I listen to 70s and.
Well, it's not, because you know better than me with music.
It's
you
poor.
get your choice of
Of course, you get your choice, but when
What
these
you wanna
artists,
listen to.
when these artists are like the biggest thing since sliced bread, are you serious?
She might be, though.
actually.
She
I'm-
might
Probably
be
the
though.
biggest artist going around.
I'm
She's
today.
the
actually-
biggest going around in the world now.
I'm actually not taking.
She's bigger than Madonna. She'll be bigger than Madonna coming.
Oh, I don't know about that,
Probably.
but I'm not
bigger
taking
than the Beatles.
No,
Probably not.
but bigger than Elvis? No chance.
No, but
No chance.
Anyway,
she's on her way.
Anyway, we're talking just one more thing. I just want to say.
the Veto Show,
No.
1987.
Oh yeah, remember that? No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because
One more go.
I can go on about this.
you
all
can
day.
go. You can. This is your platform.
No, I don't want to go on about it all day because I'll just bag the hell out of it. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
fair enough. We get it. He doesn't like Taylor Swift.
No. What I'm saying is,
There's a lot of Tay Tay's
I thought you were
pros
gonna wear your-
and
and
versus
that's
negatives.
the other thing. That's the other thing. Tay Tay. What is she? She's Australian. Like she's from Melbourne. Oh, Tay Tay's back. Give me a spell. Give me a spell. You know, it's sunrise this morning. Oh, the plane. They showed her getting out of the plane. Who gives a rat's razoo? Seriously, mate.
I thought you were going to wear your bracelets, Taylor Swift bracelets.
I won't waste another
Shouldn't
second.
have asked. I shouldn't have asked.
shouldn't have asked.
It was a question without notice.
just cut
As
it out.
long as if you had it ready.
You know, this last 3
dear.
minutes, I won't get back in my life, so I'm not going to. Another word about
no, but at least I know how you feel about it.
Rabble.
And I've just remembered the Dolphins player in
Oh,
Ace Ventura
right.
is Dan Marino.
That's right.
Damn,
Damn right.
Marino.
Laces out.
He was a sheep.
Yeah.
He was too.
But everyone,
footballer too.
everyone followed him.
Righto.
You had a lot of followers.
It's true.
Wow, comedy's not our thing.
A final topic that I heard during the week that the EDFL, Essendon District Footy League, are going to eliminate scores, tackling, B&Fs, ladders, everything from their junior footy for the under 10s,
Yeah.
So why
12s
is it
and
called footy?
14s.
Okay.
Please stop ruining our game, please.
Can you
And I don't
imagine-
want to name the people or the category
No,
of
no, no.
person that
I don't care who it
is
is.
doing this, but leave our game alone. If you want to play a hybrid non-contact sport, then go invent something else.
Yeah, start a
but
new
leave
one.
our game. If you want to do that, that's fine.
Because you know what this is
Let
all about?
let the kids play with ladders, scores.
It's like
But I'm just really concerned now. It's starting to, it's starting
Well,
to really change the dynamics of our game that's been around for 150 years.
My opinion, and this is what I think. Again, I could be way wrong. Too many parents out there are too precious with their kids. I'm not saying not to be. I'm not a father. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, you can laugh at that.
Yeah,
I probably
I'm
am.
not laughing
I
at
probably am, but I don't know about it, right? But anyway, well, what I'm saying, all seriousness, the two, like, say your son's not you're not talented like some of the other kids, doesn't kick a goal. His team gets, beaten by 10 goals every week. You had a good point off camera the other when we were talking about it. The kids know that they're being beaten by 10 goals.
That's right.
They're not stupid.
And they learn from it.
But that's what I'm
And
saying.
that's when they enjoy
know.
about
It's called
winning.
resilience.
Yeah.
Resilience.
Resilience, exactly.
So who cares if you're not good?
Yeah.
Not everyone's great. Not everyone's good. Some people are mediocre. But if you're out there having a go...
But they're targeting football, and I get the concussion, I get all that, but
That's a different health thing. But
surely there's the same problems in basketball, and there's the same problem in junior cricket.
Yeah, but
where
they're going to do it in... They want to do it in
player
all
that-
sports. That's
Oh,
the thing.
dear.
Under
well, see,
12's
it's
down.
not
No,
right,
it's
but-
the
But why?
same.
What's the reason behind it? Sorry.
Yeah, go.
What's the
Because
reason behind it?
they don't... Because, like what you said, if a kid's less talented and,
have a go
yeah,
scenario.
they play, but they get smashed every week, right? They reckon that they might get disenchanted with the game and not want to play.
Well, you think that hasn't happened
Oh, I was going to say
forever?
Well, bad luck. It's not for you. Unfortunately, it's not for you.
I'm
Right?
gonna throw
Well,
up-
that's
It
right.
can't be for everyone.
No, correct.
There's only 800 AFL players but there's 20,000 local players that aren't good enough to play AFL.
Or
you
maybe
know?
are, but just...
You're a human.
But
You
they're
make
not.
that decision.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, it's like Johnny comes up, Johnny, how'd you go today? How many goals did you kick? I don't know.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
they
did you
know.
kick-
They do know,
Of
apparently.
course they know.
From what I hear, but
Yeah, they know.
Do you know what I'm
I know,
making a point,
I know what you
though.
mean.
They
There's no
count their
competitive.
possessions
There's
and-
no, they get to. Let's just say
Oh, look at
a
the
kid of that
scoreboard, you know what I
age.
mean? I don't care what you say.
so
When you're 10 years old, you said, "Oh, look, Dad, we lost," or "Dad, we're winning," whatever it may be. There's nothing like that. There's no, like you said,
Yeah.
no resilience built.
Yeah.
When are you going to
No.
build resilience when you're 17, 18?
But why target Saturday morning sport
Yeah.
when they're at
Yeah.
school Monday to Friday?
Yeah.
Are we going to school on Monday to Friday and saying we're not doing tests anymore?
Oh, probably.
Because we
But-
can't
yeah,
have
but
someone
that'll be
having
the next-
99%.
and the other one's got 74.
Yeah, we can't do. Are they doing that? Why target 2
No,
hours
no,
on a Saturday
but
morning?
You make a good point
100%.
because if you're not, I don't mean you're dumb, but if you're not smart enough to be a doctor, don't be a doctor.
None of us are,
right?
obviously.
That's why I'm not a
you.
doctor.
I mean
I know what
the,
you mean.
the kids, right? If you said,
Yeah.
they're not as so be it. You're playing with someone's life, right? If you're not good enough to be a footballer, cricketer, tennis player,
That's okay.
So be it.
Yeah, that's okay.
You can still go run around and play in the backyard or play down.
That's
you know,
right.
what-
You can play social sporting
Exactly.
on weeknights. It's
Exactly. Like I don't understand what the big deal is
But
about.
what the other thing is what happens when these 10-year-olds are becoming, they're 20-year-olds and they're
And they
on
get
the
into the real
verge
world?
of the
Yeah.
Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the real
yeah.
world.
What
Yeah.
Olympics? I'll never make it.
Like, yeah,
There's
you're
no
right.
chance.
Real world, Olympics or top professional, the other end of the spectrum, not the kids
I'll
that
sum it up
fall
here.
away. Where are they at with their competitive levels?
Well, let's get to the kids that are good enough and are the best players and whatever. What do they think? There's no score.
Yeah.
What if they walk away from the game? We lose,
And then we lose
the
guns.
next Dustin
Guns.
Martin or
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
Nick Kyrgios
Well,
or
yeah,
in tennis or the next Andrew Gaze in
That's
basketball.
right.
So
That's
it's the
exactly
same
right.
thing.
So
you know?
you try to teach your kids from when they're young, the right way, the right things. I'm going to pose a question. So with all that, no score, no whatever, how do you learn to lose as a youngster? How do you build that?
No,
That
you learn
too.
resilience, yeah.
Not even resilience.
No, learning to lose.
Learn to lose without
Because you can't
fucking
win
up.
everything in your life,
I
right?
can remember off the top of my head all painful losses in junior footy.
But did it make you want to get better?
Of course, you wanted to win
Exactly.
a premiership at the end.
And
you
if
wanted
you
to
don't,
be
it's not for you,
successful,
right?
and you
Move on and
accepted
don't
it.
play.
Because that's basically telling your kid, don't worry about it. So as you get older, don't worry. Yeah, sure, you're going to lose with dignity, but you won't learn to lose with dignity if there's nothing to look at. Oh, look, we've got Belter today. We've got to be better next week.
That's
Do
right.
you know what I mean?
That's right.
This topic was brought up on
that's
Talkback
become-
Radio, and a lot of parents
On the
rang up
wireless.
On the wireless.
and they said, I still remember in primary school, we got smashed by 10 goals, blah, blah, blah. We played them at the end of the year and we won. We made it our thing to win.
We've
And I
all
s-
got those
And I
stories.
still remember it to
Absolutely.
this day, like
Yeah.
30, 40 years later. It's like
100%.
they made a point of it. It's like it was so enjoyable to work towards something, right? Like, just everyone wants things handed to them these days. It's
Watch
rubbish.
this
And it's a
space.
story to tell.
Watch this space with it, I reckon. But
It's a story to tell as well.
Yeah, but you know what? Shut it down tomorrow.
maybe.
Shut what down?
No, it can't happen. This shouldn't be happening.
I
It
agree with
shouldn't.
that. Totally agree, 100%.
And I know
I'm
there's
very against
competitions in. I think they're already doing it in certain.
In New
comps
South
already.
Wales,
yeah.
they're really big on it. Which
What
is
sport?
crazy.
AFL or all
everything.
of them? Yes.
Rugby
It's not-
league, everything.
So what happens when you're playing the chess championships? No, laugh. When you're playing the chess championships, you go, oh, I just won that. You've lost 4 games. Oh, no, I'll take that one back. I'll take that one back. You win.
And you're not
I'm
allowed
just-
to. You know, in chess where you give up, you got to roll. You got to
Yeah,
knock.
yeah.
Your,
Well, I don't
you
think
can't
they're going
do
to
that
do it in
either.
chess, just quietly.
Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at. I'm just being sarcastic.
What about
of course.
shuttlecock?
Again, we're going back to
Yeah.
shuttlecock.
Anyway,
Ring next time you see Ian David King's on, ring him up and ask him what's the best shuttlecocks we want to play badminton.
There you have it, episode 5 of the off-season in the books. Let us know in the comments what you think. We love reading your comments and we'll try to reply to everyone. We'll see you in the next one.